Welcome to The Climb. It's a show dedicated to helping singers, songwriters, and indie artists like you create leverage in the music business. As a matter of fact, that's literally what The Climb means, folks. It's an acronym that stands for creating leverage in the music business. Amazing.
There we go. Funny how that works out.
Let me introduce you to my co-host and good friend, Brent Baxter. Brent is an award-winning hit songwriter with cuts by Alan Jackson, Randy Travis, Lady Antebellum, and Joe Nichols, and more. He also helps songwriters turn pro by teaching the art, the craft, and my favorite, the business of songwriting. You can find Brent at songwritingpro.com or manvsrow.com, manvsrow.com. If you're old school, before the rebrand, manvsrow.
That's right. And I want to introduce you to my co-host, Johnny Dwinell. Johnny owns Daredevil Production. It's an innovative artist development company. They help you find your sound, and they help you find your audience. Not only do they develop and improve your artistry, they also grow and monetize your fan base, creating what? Cash flow. Cash flow! That's right. Daredevil has worked with multi-platinum artists like Colin Ray, Tracy Lawrence, Ty Herndon, and Andy Griggs, just to name a few. You can find Johnny at daredevilproduction.com. That's production, singular, no S, in here. Hey, Johnny, how's it going?
And y'all, I'm doing well, buddy. How you doing?
I'm doing all right.
Hey, man, our numbers keep increasing. I'm so stoked. We are we're well on our way to well over 6,000 downloads at this point in time, and well on our way to breaking
1 million.
10,000. Yes, we just need to add a few more zeros. But I'm excited for the small universe that we work in, which is singers, songwriters, and indie artists. But hey, more people need to know about it.
Exactly.
So share it. If you like this information, please let other people know. Retweet, reshare. It's on Brent's Twitter feed, my Twitter feed, our Facebook, our every freaking
blog post,
platform. Yeah. Smoke signals, whatever it takes.
That's right.
And by the way, subscribe to it. Then you get each episode bright and early on Tuesday morning. It'll be ready for you to consume on your drive into work. And you know what we haven't been doing, and I'm so embarrassed because I talk about this all the time with my artists to engage and give shout outs. And so here we are with egg on our face. We haven't been doing this. So we're going to step up right now, and we're going to call out two people that left a rating and review on iTunes. I want to give a shout out to Melissa Yo. She gave us 5 stars and said, love all the awesome information and advice obtained through this podcast. You guys are great. Melissa Yo.
You're pretty great too.
Yeah.
That's right.
And Brent, you got one.
I got one from Jump In Early. Gave us a nice, tasty 5-star review. And like me, he's probably a lyricist because he was concise. He said, logical, entertaining, informative.
Boom.
He jumped in early, jumped right back out quick. But we appreciate you jumping early because that was, hey, man, all killer, no filler. We appreciate it.
That's right. That's all we need. All killer, no filler, man. So that's good, and we're gonna go down the list of reviews here. So leave a rating review. We'll read yours out too. We want to spread the love here and just get in front of as many indie artists and songwriters as we can to try to help you guys get your head around the changes that are happening, and we want you to win. That's all it boils down to. We want you to win, right? So we're gonna jump in. This is the final component, the third part of
the trilogy,
a long list. The 20 biggest indie artist marketing mistakes, right?
Right.
What's been your favorite so far?
Yeah, the middle one.
Middle one, awesome. So let's hop right into it, man. We'll recap real quick. Number 1 is misguided language. You're just setting it up the wrong way. You can't tell people to check me out. You've got to appeal to their
selfish nature.
Yeah, you got to be like, hey, thank you for doing it. You got to make it about them,
right.
And then they're going to feel a reason to come back and do that. Paying for discovery. Don't tell anybody to discover you on iTunes for 99 cents.
Right. It's not paying to have people discover you. It's asking people to pay to discover you, and you're
and you might suck, and I get that. I get it from a personal point. You think you might be devaluing the music. That's not the case. Every single artist that you ever found out about, you found out about for free. And then you liked him, and you liked him so much you went out and bought the record. The same thing will happen. Don't worry about it. If you're good and you're compelling and you write great songs and you got great recordings, it's going to happen. It's just happening in a different way.
Even drug dealers know First one's free.
That's right. There you go. That's right. Turn them on to it, baby. You get the Jones. And then number 3, likes and follows are not strong connections. I think too many people feel like once they get a like, they can go and shoot for the kill. It's like meeting a girl at a party and then like, hey, you want to have sex in the closet? You know, I mean,
I was going to go with the guy that has like 5,000 Facebook friends and he needs help moving one weekend and nobody answers.
That would be a more. See, I'm the edge near you're the moral center of this show, man.
I'm a little he's a little rock and roll.
That's right. So that means I'm Marie? No, I'm Donnie. You're Marie.
I'm Marie. I
am. Selling. Number 4, you can't always be selling. You got to give something. You got to give, and then ask to receive. Mm-hmm. Number 5, old school marketing methods. All of you have grown up listening to your favorite artists, and your favorite artists have been marketed to you a certain way, and naturally and intelligently, you're going to try to emulate that, but that model's broken, and you need to be aware of that. Number 6, directing traffic to digital distributors. You're doing all the work. Why send them to iTunes? Have a presence on iTunes. Have a presence on CD Baby. Have a presence on Spotify, Pandora. But direct them to your own store. It's worth the extra money to set it up because you get all the money. 30% is a lot. Yeah. You know, especially when you're just starting out, you need every dollar that you can get. That's number 6. Number 7 is zero bundling on the artist web store. 30% of your buyers will spend more money if they have bundles to buy. And most artists don't do this. So you're missing out on so much money right there. Number 6, ignoring YouTube. There's a billion people on YouTube. And if you do something compelling, like a Brent Baxter video for a politically
incorrect
comedy record, it was right on the money. I mean, it is, you're going to reach a lot of people. So we've got some of my artists have like Bailey James have over 100,000 views on one video, and it was completely organic. Nothing was promoted. We promoted some now on her YouTube channel, but that was just all organic, man. And you can do it. She had over 300,000 organic views before we started to promote. So it's out there, and you can be introducing yourself to people unless you ignore YouTube, and then zero.
They'll ignore you right back.
Right. Number 9, zero marketing. Most artists, unfortunately, think about the project, and they spend all their money on the project and zero money on marketing. When if you get a record deal, they're going to figure out whatever your budget's going to be, whether it's $5 or $5 million, and 10% of that's probably going to go towards making the record, and the rest of it's going to go towards marketing because you're selling a product that nobody needs. I don't need your music. I got my jam.
Exactly. Yep.
You're going to have to convince me why I need that jam. It's not like a hammer. I need a hammer. I've got to pound this nail. I can't do it with my thumb.
Right.
I'm going to find a place to get a hammer, and you've got a chance to convince me why I should buy your hammer. It's not like that.
Right.
You're selling something nobody needs. So remember that. Number 10, you're not asking the right questions. I think too many people are asking if they just get in the front of the right people or the right team around them, then their ship will come in, and really you just need to be asking, how can I connect with my fan? How can I add value to my fan? What can I give to my fan that's going to make them want to come back to me and then have an open heart and an open mind to listen to music? Number 11 is consistency in all platforms of social media. Start with one.
That's right.
Just start with one and be consistent. And then once you master that, believe me, number 2 and number 3 and number 4 will fall right into place. Be consistent. Engagement is number 12. Engage everybody that reaches out to you. You have to get back to them and let them know that you care. Thank them. Ask them a question, and not how are you feeling today? Something like, wow, love this song. Awesome. What did you like about it exactly? You want a quick little value bomb ninja trick that I learned? On Instagram, whenever they like you and they don't leave a comment, you know who liked you. Go back on every one of those likes and say, wow, thank you so much for the like. What is it exactly that you liked about it?
You just leave your comment on one of their pictures.
That's right. And get them and some of those people are going to come back to you and you're going to start a conversation.
And by the way, also, anyone who's liking that picture on that other person's post will also see your comment and be like, who's that?
Exactly.
There's a way to get in front of some of their friends, by the way.
Boom. That's a double value bomb. What?
Oh, yeah. There we go.
I'm mind blown right there. I didn't even think about that. Number 13, lack of aggression. It boils down to this. You must be insane if you think that a good social media strategy is to be antisocial.
Exactly.
They call it social media for a reason.
Exactly.
You can't show up to the party and be a fly on the wall. So that brings us to our last set here, number 14, overthinking YouTube. Too many of you guys see your cool videos on YouTube. You see the Tim McGraw video. You see the Jay-Z video. You see the Ruthie Collins video, and you're like, I gotta be as cool as these guys. And so I've got to, it's just going to be too overwhelming or too much money to put all this stuff together. And guess what? You're right. Don't do it. If you look at my artist, like if you go to Bailey James' YouTube channel, it's about her talent. And it's all one shot, and it takes them 2 takes to make it. There's no editing. They send the audio to me. I do sweeten the audio. I don't tune her. I add compression. I add a little bit of EQ and a little bit of reverb. Only the part that she sings, but the part where she's talking in the front and the part where she's talking in the end. Her introduction and her wrap up are not treated, but it's all one take. It's all one shot to let you know. Guess what? I'm really singing this. I'm really singing this song going right here, and this is how I sound. And that is so powerful. When you're talented. Now maybe your talent's writing songs. Bob Dylan couldn't sing his way out of a wet paper bag. It's almost hard to hear him sing, but the words are so good.
Yeah,
the words are so good. So whatever your talent is, it's your personality. I mean, David Lee Roth on, remember him on MTV? I know what you need right here on Dave TV. He was just Mr. Personality. So whatever your talent is, bring it to YouTube and do it all in one take. Bring your band together. Look at some of this most successful, most shared Jimmy Fallon content is when him and the Roots get together with whatever the musical guest is. And I don't think that there's an instrument in those sessions that's over $2. There's a kazoo. There's I literally think it's a little keyboard, but it's a $2 keyboard. And they're all singing harmonies and they're doing this vibey cool stuff, man, but it's inexpensive, but it's all one take. There's no heavy cut, and that's what you need to do. Don't overthink YouTube. Number 15, annotating YouTube videos. Google it. Annotating. Or
the mistake would be not annotating, I assume.
Exactly. That's right. So case in point, we had a great, this artist that I'm hoping I get to work with. She is freaking amazing. 14-year-old artist out of Texas whose voice is such a gift from God. It's so pure. And her father has been working with her. They've had 3 videos up on their YouTube channel. They had something like 250,000 views. She did this Christmas thing where she stacked up all the background vocals. And they showed the images of her in the studio. It was a high production video, okay? But they had like 1,300 subscribers. And he was coming out with a new video. He wanted to test out Daredevil, and he's like, "Hey, man, do this. Would you set up the squeeze page and do what you got to do?" And so we did our thing, and just to show him what we could do. And in 2 weeks, we improved the subscribership on the YouTube channel by 40%.
Wow,
503 subscribers because we asked.
Well, that makes no sense at all. What?
Annotated the YouTube, subscribe. We put up the subscribe annotation.
So the annotation is when word bubble or whatever word bar pops up in the middle of a video and it's clickable and it leads to some action. That's what an annotation is, right?
That's right. And it could say, like we do it on Bailey James, like multiple times in every video. If you look, we're asking to subscribe at the end. And then throughout the song, little bubbles will pop up like, hey, get a free download, get a free download, get a free download. And people will click on it. So whether you're in that video for 30 seconds or you're in that video for the long haul, you're getting multiple messages that are, requesting you to go and do this. And they can be a little bit messier. And by the way, when we were talking about overthinking the YouTube video, when Bailey came out with her official debut video, which was an awesome music video, like really done well, budget, the whole thing. It sticks out from that other stuff. Yeah. They know that this is just for us. This is big time. This is cool. And so there's no way for you to be sustainable by doing all that on a regular basis. Right. So do the one shot. Make it from an iPhone. We shot those Bailey James videos. Her dad shot them from his iPad. I mean, simple, right? She sings into a $100 mic. Into a little Pro Tools rig. I mean, it's cheap, but we make it rock. Number 16, we've talked about this in some other episodes. You think you own the information. You don't own the information.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to share a story with you. Okay. This is, this was heartbreaking, but we did something for Colin Ray in 2013 on his Glenn Campbell tribute record. And back then, Facebook used to have, we did it only on Facebook, and Facebook used to have something called EdgeRank, where they would determine kind of what you would see, what they would present to you in your feed based on the popularity of the person that was posting, right? Mm-hmm. It might be your friend or whatever. So they have an algorithm that determines that. So at the time, he had 118,000 Facebook likes on his page, a lot more now, but at that time he had that. We did a guitar giveaway contest. It was designed to create a lot of activity because the next post was going to be the sale post.
Right. So it creates a lot of activity. So the algorithm says, oh, this guy's popular. We'll start making his stuff more visible to his fans, the people that like his page. So you get a lot of activity. Boom, blows it up. Next one, a lot more people are going to see.
Right, a lot more organically, and we're going to reach a lot more people. Exactly. Okay. So we did a contest. We generated, and listen, these next 4 stories I'm going to tell you really rapid fire. There's a correlation with the amount of comments versus the amount of likes. I don't know why, but there is. Okay, but it sets up the story. So Colin Ray, 118,000 likes on his page. We got 100,000 comments in 1 hour with this contest. Okay. Then we did it again. That was December of 2013. Then we did it again in October of 2014 with Jamie O'Neill, Andy Griggs, and Ty Herndon. So Jamie O'Neill had around 13,000 likes at the time. She got around 14,000 comments in 1 hour. Exact same contest. Then Andy Griggs had around 45,000 likes on his page. Got around 45 to 47,000 comments in 1 hour. Same contest.
A lot of comments.
Ty Herndon, 67,000 comments, or 67,000 likes on his page. Get around 65, 70,000 comments in 1 hour on this contest. So then fast forward to this is October 2014. Fast forward to March 2015. 6 months later, Tracy Lawrence, the golden god, 1 million likes on his Facebook page. I am walking around like you can't smack the smile off my face. We're going to do this contest. I have every reason to believe in my head we're going to get 1 million comments in 1 hour. That's news.
That's a press release.
Press release ready. I've got this is a game changer for my company. Like I'm going to get a lot of marquee value for this. Like this is genius. No. 3 hours, 50,000 comments. Facebook changed the game. You want to reach these 1 million fans that he did a lot of hard work on, spent a lot of money with a lot of people that did a lot of hard work. They're real, gosh darn, Tracy Lawrence fans. Yeah. Because you can look at his numbers. Like he puts up a post, he gets 12,000 comments on whatever post he does. They're real. Yeah. You know. What happened? Facebook said, "What you want to reach him now? You got to pay." You can be angry about that,
playground.
But it's their playground. It's the reason he got connected with them is because of them. Guess what? It's going to happen with Twitter. It's going to happen with Instagram. It's going to happen with WhatsApp. It's going to happen with Musical.ly. It's going to happen, it's going to happen. Yeah. This is what they're designed to do. So you need to own the information. You don't own your Twitter followers. You don't own your Facebook followers. You don't own any of that. So you need to be, squeeze paging those people in. You do own the contacts that are in Aweber, MailChimp, Constant Contact,
which are email list providers. Basically, by owning the information, you mean they need to own an email address. They need to capture an email address of their fans or people that are downloading stuff. That way, no matter if Facebook changes the game, it doesn't matter because I still got some Gmail.
That's right. Yeah, because you can reach out to them. I mean, when we launched Bailey's record, that first email we sent out was worth $1,000.
Nice email.
Boom. Yeah. And we're dealing with a small time artist that's a star, but we're building her up to get out there. But that's, how many people sent out an email and got $1,000, with an artist? Come on.
Right. Yeah.
The money's in the list. And so you want to, you've got to own the information because when that velvet rope does happen, you're not going to care, Number 17, ignoring Periscope. And by the way, Periscope, now Facebook has its own version of Facebook Live. So you can do Periscope or Facebook Live. It doesn't matter. But these are essentially where you can plug in live and you get hearts for your performance. But we've done some amazing stuff, and it's international reach. Periscope's owned by Twitter, and obviously the Facebook is on Facebook. But I mean, when you're playing live, like every single night you walk on stage, you should be giving your fans the feeling of what it's like to walk up on stage to your adoring fans.
Yeah.
Why not have that selfie going on behind you, just like, you know, and then people see you walk on stage like, what the hell is she doing? She's taking a selfie of herself. Oh, we're in it. We're in the background. And then turn around and be like, you guys are on Periscope International. Say something.
Right.
And there is no better fire up than that. Like, wow. You know, people just go crazy and your brand goes sky high because people see for real you're doing it.
That you're doing. Yeah. It's social proof.
You own that.
You got other fans out there. Yeah.
Yeah. Which leads conveniently into number 18, which is missing live show contact capture. Brent, you and I have a common friend
who's quite an uncommon guy.
Is quite an uncommon guy. This dude is a hell of a songwriter. Like, I love watching him perform. He's an incredible performer. And he built from nothing, from just being a songwriter on Music Row, and he built a band, put it together, and now 5 years later, he's doing
over
180 to 220 shows a year. It's insane. I sat down with his former guitar player, and we figured out that he's probably in front of 80,000 people a year.
Yeah.
80,000 people a year. And he's not getting any live show contact capture. You know, every single show, there's call loop. There's companies that you can go to where you can get a text message. Right now, if you text Bailey, B-A-I-L-E-Y, to 38470.
38470.
38470.
Right.
Text Bailey to 38470. You're going to get a free download. So imagine being on stage, okay, and you're Santa Claus. Don't ask people to download it. Make it scandalous. You know, be like, oh, you know, like after you get the crowd in the palm of your hand somewhere in the middle of the show, you kind of look over your shoulder behind a guitar player. You know, is he gone? Is he gone? Okay. Hey, everybody, who likes free music right now? Raise your hand. Raise your hand. Everybody's like, I like free music. Yeah. Like, my manager hates this crap, so do it quick. Everybody pull out your cell phone right now, you know?
Yeah.
And just tell them what to do. Okay, so text Johnny to 38470. Right now I'm going to give you a free song, all right? But don't tell my manager. He's hostile when I do this stuff, right?
Right. You like this song
you got
I just played? You want to take it home?
Yeah,
the song I just played?
Yeah, it's yours. And you know what? Thank you for coming out. It's all about them. Make it about them. You know, I just do extra for you, but don't tell my manager.
But I can't?
Yeah. So I'm going to send me a little bit of me home with you instead.
Exactly. Yeah.
I like that. I'm stealing that.
Definitely work for a mutual friend.
So, I mean, with Bailey James in middle school, she had 740 kids attending. Not all of them had devices. Not all of them who had devices brought devices. We got 150 contacts. Did 6 songs, 150 contacts. Abby Cohn did it at a high school, a little bit bigger, 400 contacts.
Nice. 400
contacts in literally 8 minutes because she asked, and it was set up and it's easy. It costs $10 a month for a keyword through Call Loop, and they'll connect directly with
your email,
MailChimp, Aweber, whatever. So you guys, there is no better conversion rate than after you just blew my mind at a concert. And I saw you, and I loved you guys, and you're giving me free music too, and I believe in you, and now I get a chance to stay in touch with you. That is probably the one thing that makes my hair stand on end the most. Like, there's just so valuable to a real artist. Oh, yeah. You know, to somebody who really blows people away. Number 19, social proof. Social proof is proving that you're doing it, you know, when you're in the studio, taking pictures, taking videos, doing Periscope, live shows, behind the stage, walking on stage. You know, Abby did this. We did this with Abby one time. I said, hey, we should do this. She's like, I love that idea. So she opened up for, it was some big Texas artist, and I'm forgetting his name right now. Gosh darn it. And I shouldn't be. But he's Texas in its own little planet, and the only reason I know is from them. But, I mean, this dude sells out 2,500 person capacity clubs. She got to open for him. I said, that house is going to be packed. I said, do the Periscope thing. Social proof. She walks up on stage with the selfie behind her. So you see her walking on stage, you know, she's holding out her arm, right? And there's the crowd, and everybody's like, wow. And she's just like, you know, giving a face to the camera, like pointing behind her. Then she turns around and she's like, you guys are on Periscope right now. And they went bananas. She hands the phone to her mom, who's in the front row. Band kicks into the first song. You get to see the whole show. It's the coolest thing I've ever seen.
Cool.
I get to feel what it's like to be Abby Combs for a
Front
second.
row. Yeah.
You know,
to be on
like
stage.
not front row, like be like I'm walking on stage with her.
Right, yeah.
Like even better than front row. Like I felt like I'm the performer, man. And they did, listen, that stuff translates, you guys. It translates. So every time that you can offer social proof, you get a review, if you get an interview or something like that, you can, there's a way to put that up and not be braggadocious. Just give a shout out to the person that interviewed you and be grateful. Hey, wow, thank you so much for taking the time to interview me. I love being on your radio station today. I love that, this review. Even if you get a bad review, hey, can't win them all. Shout out for telling the truth or whatever.
Yeah.
Put the bad review up. Believe it or not, people are going to, they're going to circle around you and they're going to support you on that.
And you should be thankful. If you get an interview, all that, you should be thankful and should be thanking them anyway. You're just thanking them in a public forum.
You know what? Let me tell you how important that is, because networks, TV networks, by and large, all of them suck at social media. Like horribly at social media. Okay. So case in point, we worked out a deal with Bailey to do her exclusive on her debut video with Heartland Network. And they did us a solid. Like, we were so excited to be on that. 18 million households. It was a big deal. It was a really big deal.
Yeah.
We were so excited. And listen, they're doing the network. There's all kinds of stuff going on TV. They got their own boat to keep afloat. And I'm just telling you, it's not because they're stupid or anything. It's because it's the last thing on their list. It's new technology for an old school network technology. You know what I mean? It's just not, they're not connecting the dots right now. But because we did such a good job, first of all, with Bailey marketing her prior to the release of her record, then we released the record. We got this opportunity with Heartland. We gave them a shout out just to be thankful, just to be grateful. It moved the needle so much on their social media that they bumped her from light rotation into medium rotation like immediately, just as a thank you, because we lit up their social media.
That's awesome.
I mean, guys, like, being grateful works.
Yeah.
It does. And then the final thing is not promoting interactivity. That's number 20. People want to feel like they're a part of something. They want to feel like they're a part of you. And when you make them interactive, it's good. Even when it's bad, it's good. Okay, so we did that video of Girl Crush with Bailey, and we got 100. So far, it's 110, 120,000 views on that thing. It was huge, right? I thought that one would be controversial, and it got a normal share of controversy, but it was such a controversial song to begin with.
Right.
If you remember the single, that's why we kind of jumped on it, and I had to convince a couple people to do it. But I was like, and this is horrible, but I felt like Ozzy Osbourne's manager or Alice Cooper's manager. Like, if I have to call every church in the country and tell them that this 12-year-old girl is doing this song, and I thought that they would care, I would do it, because it would be news, what I mean? Like, let's just get people talking about it. But no, she did a cover of Kick the Dust Up by Luke Bryan, and it's the first time ever where we got like half and half, man. Half thumbs up, half thumbs down, and it got like 40,000 views so far. I mean, it's her second most popular video, and people were bent. Like, so from a perspective, when that hits the multipliers, you get a lot of new people who don't know who you are. They're looking at you. Every other person, the first thing they're going to see is the review, and it's either going to be positive or it's going to be negative. When it's negative, some people are watching just to see the train wreck.
Right, yeah.
But of course, she's saying the fire.
It's not a train wreck, right?
No, it's not. It was awesome. And they're just like, I don't understand what's going on. So some people were either hostile that she sang a Luke Bryan song and they didn't want her singing a male song. And I honestly think from the bottom of my heart, and this doesn't reflect my opinion at all, but it's just some people hostile to Luke Bryan.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, there are.
There's some people think he's what's wrong with the country music these days. Like, he was on the leading edge of that. And so they didn't like her for singing that,
right.
But her parents were understandably freaking out. They were trying to eliminate that stuff. And I was like, no, leave it up there because it promotes interactivity, right? I said, watch people line up behind her. Watch the people who listen to her. And then they're going to go let them fight amongst themselves.
Right.
And there's no better relationship builder than somebody that's built out of adversity. I mean, some of my deepest relationships that I have in business were built initially out of adversity. You know, and you know, didn't like him at first.
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden I got to know him. I'm like, well, you know what? I made a mistake, man. You're a cool dude, you know, or whatever. So
and the Bailey thing, it was more about the controversy. She did a good job. It was a quality performance.
Yes. She sang the fire.
Right. So it wasn't like you're going to do something that's not quality or subpar just to get people hating on it. No, she just had very quality, but just for what it was, some people just aren't going to like it, and some people are.
That's right. Now, you could argue if you're a Luke Bryan fan, and I like a lot of that songs, a lot of Luke Bryan songs. I mean, I love Country Girl, and that's just a straight up awesome pop tune. You know what I mean? I love Country Girl.
Disco, man.
Yeah, I love it. I really, when that song's on, I turn it up. I'm just telling you right now. I love it. It's an honest confession. But, you know, Kick the Dust Up, probably not one of his best songs. Okay. But that might have caused some of the controversy, you know, that maybe that was a departure for him from something that they didn't like or whatever. Maybe it was an experiment for him that didn't do well. I don't know the numbers behind that, but I think it did really well, you know.
He does pretty well. Yeah.
But I mean, there was, you know, a lot of people just didn't like it for whatever reason. It was the weirdest thing. That's not what I would pick, but let the controversy go. Let it happen. And let the other people let the other people stand up for you, you know, and then promote the interactivity, ask them questions, get involved with them, and you will create fans. I mean, I got a guy freaking out over Craig Curtis in 4 tweets, you know, promising to put up the whole band and the crew, the bus, you know, cook for everybody, get everybody drunk. When he comes down on tour in Texas, he just assumed he was a major label artist, which he wasn't. And just by asking 4 questions about the guy's grill.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, so, but just being interactive and just talking to him like I would talk to a dude that I just met at a party, man. Oh, nice grill. What got going on there? You know, and just trying to make friends. And so it works. So there it is, guys. So the last of these, again, just to recap, is don't overthink YouTube. You know, make it one shot, make it easy, make it sustainable. Annotating YouTube videos. Ask them to download your song. Ask them to subscribe. The numbers will change overnight. Number 16, you think you own the information if you're on social media, but you don't. You've got to own the information. So you've got to take that extra step and get them to download your song in exchange for an email address.
That's right.
Don't ignore Periscope or Facebook Live now because it's hugely valuable. Live show contact capture. If you're the kind of artist, even if you're only playing a couple shows a year, but you're playing to a bunch of people, man, you need to be giving away that song and getting that contact information because they're going to remember you. If you're able to just think about reaching out to those people, that maybe you saw some people taking videos of you or something like that because you're a compelling artist on stage. Hey, send me that in. I want to put it up on my website.
Yeah.
You know, and clip something together real quick, and that's awesome. Social proof number 19. You know, every time you get an interview, a radio interview, a music review on your CD, an interview for a blog, when you're at a show, you're backstage, you're on stage, you're sound checking, all that stuff. Like you're living the dream. These people want to see that. They want to be part of that. So take that, put that up there. That offers proof to them that you're not just some dude who talks. You're not the guy with a, you know, that's some horrific looking person with a supermodel face on
like a dating site or whatever.
Yeah, like on a dating site. You know,
yeah.
Right? Like you're for real. Here it is, you know.
Right.
And then finally, you're not promoting interactivity. You know, you have to be interactive. You have to reach out, ask questions, and develop relationships with these people. And you would be amazed at how far just a couple honest questions will go in something more intelligent than "How was your day?" You know, because that's what like no, you know, like you love the song, awesome. Where are you listening to? You know, like where do you like to listen to it? Like, you know, ask them a question where they have to come back to you with some sort of specificity, and then just let the conversation flow from there. And you'll be amazed at what happens. And by the way, if you're growing your numbers, the bigger your numbers get, the more blown away that they get that you're even paying attention to them, and it creates more value too. So that brings us to the end of a long 3-part series of the 20 biggest indie artist marketing mistakes.
That's right. Frodo has finally thrown the ring in Mount whatever that was.
Middle Earth or
whatever it was. Yeah. We've made it through the trilogy.
Yes.
But we have one other piece of business. Johnny, don't you have something you're giving away besides all this great information?
We do. You know what? I'm gonna tell you two things. Number one is we're giving away, as always, my free Twitter book. Just go to giftfromjohnny.com, JOHNNY, giftfromjohnny.com. If you're new to Twitter, if it's a little mysterious to you, this will demystify it. It's a tour through the app. We'll teach you how to get 1,000 real loyal fans every month. Real loyal followers every month in just 15 minutes a day. We make it easy for you. It's an easy read. It's very quick. The other thing is, if you're a little stuck right now, and you're trying to put all these pieces together because this is complicated, it's really not that hard, but there's a lot of information, and you need a little help, man. Just hit me up on info@daredevilproduction.com. We do consulting work. Mm-hmm. And if you want to sit down for an hour and just have me go over everything that you're doing and apply it to you personally, yep, and what your efforts are, and give you some real good ideas, some rapid fire ideas, I'm happy to do that. Every once in a while, I make a little bit of space, usually once a month, to set aside a few hours to take on some people like that. So if that's interesting to you, let us know. But we're running a little bit long, so we got to say thank you for listening. Don't forget to subscribe and keep on climbing.
We'll see you at the top.